Ben had a good education and an idea for a business, but no money. Now he didn't even have a job. Politics had damaged the market to the point where the old adage had kicked in. Last in, first out. He wasn't about to give up, but it was hard. His employment counselor kept pushing him to keep going. This included attending as many free events as possible. Tonight was the Chinese New Year's. There was a show on stage, free samples, and a dragon dance. Now he was on the subway home reading a flyer about Chinese dragons. Dragons in China, it seemed, were lucky. Glancing up, Ben noticed a very old Asian man in a huge poofy coat. He had a big fur hat on and a face that sported a white beard and mustache. He was straight out of an old kung fu movie. The old man took out a tiny bottle. He shook it as if trying to judge how much it contained. Even full, it wouldn't have held much. He went to the door as the subway pulled into the station. Something slipped out from under the big coat. It was a tail, a shiny golden tail. Ben followed this strange vision out onto the platform. It was changing, glowing, growing. The little bottle was tossed up and fell. It was tossed up again, and there was a flash. Ben covered his face against the light. In his mind, he saw a vision. A dragon, powerful, golden, and wonderful. Then the light was gone. Instead, there was a very old leather shoulder bag. Ben went and picked it up. By the time he realized how quiet it was, the platform was oddly full and trains were pulling in on both sides. Ben looped the bag strap over his head so it hung cross-body, then quickly got on the train home. Sitting far away from everyone, Ben looked into the bag. There were bundles and bundles of $100 bills. Ben shut the bag and looked around, stunned. It was enough to start his business. More than enough. Walking away from his subway station, he passed a young man playing a guitar, case out in front of him. He stopped, a line from the flyer ringing in his head. A gift must be shared or the luck will fly like a dragon. He went back and dropped one of the rolls of bills into the guitar case, then said, "Don't give up," then went home. In a year, his business was a hit. A year later, he owned a home. A year later, he was married. A year and a half after that, he and his bride sat on the couch watching TV. For some reason, the popcorn was upsetting his bride's tummy. On the screen was a new star who'd been homeless just 4 years before. Then someone helped. Now he gave 20% of whatever he made to homeless charities. Ben smiled, knowing the truth, and made a mental note to switch out the popcorn for crackers.